everyone, Chrissy here with Footprint Tarot. Quick geography lesson. Tobler's first law of geography is all things are related, but closer things are more related than things at a distance. Quick lesson in common sense. The closer you stand to the source of an explosion, the more impact it's going to have on you. Okay, and the impact it has on you depends on where you stand within the blast radius, or if you even stand within the blast radius. So, what has this to do with tarot? 2 words: Jeffrey Epstein. Mr. Epstein, as you're most probably aware, has been arrested on sex trafficking charges, and of course there has been a huge outcry about the very easy deal he got given back in, I think it was 2008. I'm not going to read on Mr. Epstein's guilt or innocence. I am not going to comment on it. That is for the US legal system and courts to sort out. What I am interested in is a couple of figures who have been caught in the blast radius. One, of course, no surprise there, is Donald Trump, who will no doubt come out and say, oh, I didn't really know the man, or whatever. If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I'm interested in whether or not this particularly nasty concussive blast of a scandal will have an impact on him. The other person I want to read on is someone who, just from what I've read and the news stories, is standing a hell of a lot closer to the epicenter of the blast, and that is the Labour Secretary Alexander Acosta. What effect is this going to have on him? So I'm going to put the camera down, and without further ado, we'll get into it. Okay, Donald Trump. Let's have a look. Get a look at the situation in general. I think I'll do a overview, just a general overview. I'm using the Good Tarot deck by Baron Reed here. It's a beautiful deck. I don't want to come in harsh on this because it is a horrifying subject that somebody could treat other people in this way, and in a way that is basically debasing them and devaluing them to, the idea of that is just so. Yes, I am using a softer deck for that, but never fear. The good old unvarnished blunt truth is going to be used as clarifier. So, the situation with Donald Trump and the Epstein scandal. How is it going to impact him? Is he going to be dragged into it? Wow. The 5 of water, the 5 cups. He is going to experience some form of loss because of this scandal. Let's have a look at the card on the bottom. Three of Fire, Three of Wands. Ships are coming in, chickens are coming home to roost. So this is your ships coming in and all that, but it can also be chickens coming home to roost. Yeah, so now current influences. The Page of Fire, new action. Well, Jeffrey Epstein has just been arrested just a couple of days ago. That's new, and that is having an influence now on Donald Trump. I don't know why. We can possibly find that out a bit more. But it's new action, news about this action, or somebody yakking. I also call the Page of Wands my tattletale card. Somebody's telling tales. So he could have received news of this action, maybe news of Jeffrey talking about making a deal. Overhead, overlooking the situation. I would think that this would not be something he would want to talk about, but it's certainly on his mind. Transformation or death. This could bring about an end to his presidency. That's on his mind. The near future for Donald Trump and the impact from this. The Page of Water, the Page of Cups. News about an offer. Page of Cups is often associated with young women. News about an offer. So he could be getting news about an offer that has been made to Jeffrey Epstein. What's underneath the situation, what he doesn't want to think about. Seven of Fire, the Seven of Wands. He is going to have to stand his ground and fight and defend himself. And he doesn't want to think about having to do that. I said this was a softer deck, and it is, but the cards are not sending a very soft message. Recent past. Nine of Water, Nine of Cups. This is usually the wish come true card. I can't see how Donald Trump could have been wishing for Jeffrey Epstein to be arrested on sex trafficking charges, especially given his association with the man. But there are several young women, I think, who have been wishing for this to happen. A lot of young women, I think, have been wishing for this to happen. And there has been speculation about Trump's involvement with one of them. And perhaps people have been wishing for this to happen, so that in the recent past people have been wishing for this to happen so that the truth can be found out about the rumours about their president and his involvement in any of this, if there is any. The next step. Four of Air, Four of Swords, retreat. That's interesting. The next step, Donald Trump has to retreat in some way, step back in some way. There have been many theories as to what will be the tipping point in the end with Donald Trump. I myself did a reading not long ago. Is it going to be his taxes? And that seemed to indicate it. And I remember watching Linda G, almost a year ago now, saying that, I'm sure it's the sex trafficking, and it's like, maybe this could be the tipping point that causes him to walk away, to step back and to have to retreat. Even if it's a retreat from the public eye for a while, not necessarily from his office of the presidency. But we'll have a look. I hope people can hear me. Sometimes I talk softly because I don't realise it. You have a bit of a hearing problem. I do want to get a proper camera with a microphone, but we'll just wait and see what happens. Anyway. I'm going to do a little bit of a clarifier. On the recent past card, Two of Pentacles. He's doing a bit of balancing here. Doing a bit of a balancing act, I think. Okay, let's have a look at the bottom of the clarifier deck. The Five of Wands, a lot of conflict. A lot of conflict is involved here. So let's look at this recent past and this Nine of Water. Somebody's wishing for this secret, has been wishing for this secret to come out, wishing for this to happen so that the secrets, any secrets that about it that involve Donald Trump can come out. Page of Water, let's have a look at that. It's the Nine of Pentacles. It's the Nine of Pentacles. That's normally the sitting pretty card, autonomy card. Page of Water. What's Page of Water? An offer. About autonomy and strength. I think this offer, whatever it is, it's going to threaten Trump's autonomy because it is quite a strong offer. And let's have a clarifier on the Four of Swords. Eight of Pentacles, lots and lots and lots of details are going to come out. It's going to cause him to retreat. The Queen of Wands, Nancy Pelosi and Congress. I think it's going to get even bumpier for Donald. Everyone was saying July, so much is going to come out in July, and perhaps this is some of it. The cards are saying that this business with Epstein's arrest is going to have a very, very significant impact on Donald Trump. I think he was standing a lot closer to the epicenter of the blast than anyone really realized. But, yeah, that's all I will say on that matter. Now, okay. The next person I'm going to read on is Alexander Acosta. And I think I'll keep the same deck. I'm just going to pause for a few minutes while I shuffle the decks again. Okay, and then I'll come back and we'll do Mr. Acosta. Okay, I'm back. Now, just a brief overview. Alexander Acosta, who is now the Labour Secretary, back in... Okay, Jeffrey Epstein. I've just done a shuffle and... Excuse me. Okay. Yes. Say goodbye, Cameo. Seven of Water, Seven of Cups. one interpretation of it is it can be seen as an abuse of power, an abuse of a position to try and take something and make it seem like something else. That's Alexander Acosta. So let's look at the centre card. I'm doing the same layout as I did with Trump. Page of Earth, Page of Pentacles. He's got news, and one of the interpretations I get for the Page of Pentacles is not as smart as he thinks he is. Too clever by half. He's been too clever by half. He's not as smart as he thinks he is. I think he thinks he's going to get away with it, but that is not necessarily so. No. Current influences: the 10 of Water, 10 of Cups, emotion, family. I'm just going to refer to the booklet for this deck, for that one. It's a very happy Buddha. Happy families. No. Serenity, peace, good fortune and well-being. Well, all is well with the world, but all is not well with the world because a man he previously gave a very, very light sentence to and a very, very advantageous non-prosecution agreement has just been arrested again on sex trafficking charges. And so I'm going to put this in read this as a reversal. I don't have reversals in my decks, but if the context and the subject warrant it, I will apply the reverse meaning, same as I did with this. Serenity, peace and well-being is not surrounding him in his immediate environment at the moment. What's above him? What is he thinking about? What's on his mind? The sun, illumination, lots of things are coming to light. I think Jeffrey Epstein is probably talking and talking and talking and talking a lot. I think a lot of things are going to come to light about Mr. Acosta and why he organised such a sweet deal for the man. Near future, the Fool, a new journey. No doubt he's been a big fool, but this is the near future. He's going to be starting on a new journey, and I don't think it's going to be a happy one. What's underneath it all? What does he not want to think about? Well, the King of Air. Normally I would say this is Trump. Doesn't want to think about Trump and everything, but the King of Air, King of Swords, is also a just person, standing for justice and the rule of law. And I think he definitely does not want to think about how the rule of law is going to impact upon him. The recent past for Alexander Acosta, Page of Fire, new action. Of course, in the recent past, in the last few days, Jeffrey Epstein was arrested. It was new action. I think it's probably one if he had any sense at all, he would have been waiting to happen. So, yes, he was arrested. I also call this my tattletale card. So I think, yes, he was arrested and he is telling tales out of school. I know you don't like me talking about not nice people, sweetheart, but you know, there we go. Now, what happens next with Alexander Acosta? I don't think that's a surprise to a lot of people. It's the tower. Catastrophic changes. Abrupt, catastrophic. He is not in for a good time. He's in for quite a rough journey, so we'll do a little bit of clarifications here. That is King of Air underneath it. Page of Earth often brings news about money. Page of Pentacles often brings news about money as well. So, what flew out here? Ace of Cups. Overflowing emotion. Ten of Pentacles. All this money's underlying all of this. Money's flavouring this. Money here. Okay. What does money have to do? Page of Earth. Queen of Wands. Nancy's found out about it. Nancy knows more about it. Let's have a look at current influences. Ten of Water. King of Pentacles. I think Trump has gone off his nana at him. And that's probably why he's not feeling a lot of peace and, well, one of the reasons he's not feeling a lot of peace and serenity. The King of Air, what he doesn't want to think about. Chickens coming home to roost. You know, the Fool in his near future. The Queen of Cups. Now, I don't often see the Queen of Cups as this, but the first thing that popped into my mind was Mother Russia, and some people see the Queen of Cups as Russia as well. I think there could be some ties to Russia with sex trafficking. And they're going to come out. New actions. Yeah, he's on the journey he's about to start on is new investigations, new actions, new investigations leading to Russia. Let's have a read on that tower. Dark money. Catastrophic changes. Dark money's going to emerge. Four of Cups, he's going to be made an offer he doesn't really want, but I don't think he's going to have much choice but to make it. I think Alexander Acosta Ace of Pentacles. This is the third ace to show up. The other one was the Ace of Cups. I said he's going to be made an offer, one he doesn't really want to accept, and a yes card came up. I said, is all this tied to Russia? A yes card came up, and they're going to investigate it. Alexander Acosta is not in for an easy time. He is really going to be slammed. He's caught in the blast zone and he's caught near the epicenter of it. And yeah, it's going to be catastrophic for him. If he is indeed caught up with all of this stuff and he is indeed proven to be complicit in any way, shape or form, well, let the whole lot fall down on him in a great lump. No sympathy here. Again, as I said, please remember to like and subscribe, and of course you're always welcome to comment, but in cases like this where it involves indictments, open cases, please be careful with your comments. You want justice to be done fairly, and you don't want to, even inadvertently influence an outcome, especially in a case like this where a lot of innocent young women, vulnerable young women, were targeted, used and abused, allegedly. So thank you very much for your time, and I will see you at the next reading. Bye bye.